Hey everybody, welcome to this special, super special take 3 of a fucking podcast because I can't get my mic to work right. Whatever, I'm complaining about stuff again like I always do, and I'm doing it by myself, so get ready, tune in for this episode because it's going to be a good one. Especially now that I've had a third chance to get it done. Let's do it. I swear before Jesus, I cannot believe almost 3 years into this podcast and I can't get my mic to fucking just mute and come back without a fucking problem. Either way, how's it going, everybody? What's going on? How are you? It's your boy, FM Bob, with a three-peat of the same podcast. I've been doing this podcast for literally an hour, trying to get this shit to work. Either way, I'm here. You're here. Thanks for being here. It's been fun. Whatever. Let's just get into it. This is going to be just a full ranty episode because that's what I do best. I just like complaining about shit. So let's just get right into it. No further introductions. I want to start this episode by saying I told you so. Told you so on what, Bob? What do you mean? You tell us a lot of things. Well, I'm going to tell you what one more again. I done told y'all that digital-based gaming was going to be a problem. I smelled it on the horizon. I knew it was going to be an issue. And I'm going to tell you why it's an issue, fairly simplistically. And how did I catch it? So let's take a trip down memory lane. First things first, people always ask me, hey, Mr. Bob, how come you have so many games? When did you start collecting? What got you into collecting? And it's a very simple thing. I started collecting for the simple fact GameStop wouldn't give me any money. Like everybody who's a millennial or of my age group, you've gone to GameStop, you've traded your games in, you've bought new games. It was a nice, fair deal for a little bit. And then they got greedy. They were not giving me money for damn near brand new games. I had games that were sealed, and they were just like, go fuck yourself. At one point, they actually wanted me to pay them to take a game off my hands. Literally asking me, hey, I'm going in to trade a game. I went in to trade Grand Theft Auto 3, and they were like, hey, you're going to have to pay us $1 to take it. It doesn't even make sense. They were like, yeah, this has a negative $1 value. And I just looked at them. I was like, the game works. I'm not paying you to take something from me. That doesn't make sense. So from that moment, I stopped trading in games. I was done with the concept. So that's how I amassed mini games. Part 2 of things that people ask me a lot when it comes to gaming. And why I hate the digital gaming is like, what do you have against digital gaming? Fairly simple. I'm gonna take you back to, let's say, high school. Remember the PlayStation Portable specifically? I had one of those. I'm sure you guys had one of those. Super dope gaming console. To be able to play your game, PlayStation level games on the go, being able to listen to music on the go, a fucking MP3 player, a movie player, and a gaming console, all in the palm of your hand. It's the most beautiful thing on the planet, and PlayStation was killing it. Yeah, Game Boy existed. Don't get me wrong, I love my Game Boy. The DS was cool, but it wasn't the fucking PSP. The PSP was just perfect. But here's where things went wrong. The PSP came out, and whenever the fuck it came out. Then eventually they went through some changes because the original PSP was fat, bulky, and uncomfortable. So they slimmed it down like PlayStation does a lot. And they came out with the PSP 2000. Slimmer, sleeker, colorful, nice. That's when I hopped in. I was like, yeah, this is the version I want. I think I got the special Jack and Dexter bundle, if I'm not mistaken. It was so marvelous and pretty. It was a pure, I want to say it was like a sparkling silver color. Either way it goes. It was super dope. I love that PSP. It was my favorite thing in the world. But eventually, like all things, you want to upgrade. They came out with the PSP 3000, which was even sleeker, smoother, and with more colors and decorations, and they had God of War models and all of that shit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I bought that one too. I bought all the PSPs. Whenever I think I went through like 5 or 6 PSPs because I wanted all the colors and all the different models, and yes, I did break a bunch of them. But that's neither here nor there. Not saying it was a bad quality product. But then they came out with this shit. They came out with the fucking PSP Go. Now, what's different about the PSP Go, you might ask? Well, very simple. The PSP 2000 and 3000 was a handheld device that took these tiny little discs that they called UMDs. They were like cartridges slash discs. You pop them in the back, and that's how you play your games and your movies. You could also get a memory card, toss it in that bitch, and download digital games. And they said, what if we just got rid of the disc and made it all digital? Then they gave you this shit. No way to play physical games anymore. But they gave you this nice little feature. Why does this matter? I don't know. But it looked cool to me, so I bought it. And then I learned a valuable lesson. That when you switch to all digital media, your physical media is now fucking useless. So a handful of the games that I owned, I had to repurchase for no fucking reason. On top of the fact that GameStop wouldn't barely give me any fucking money for it. So now I'm stuck with physical copies of games that I can't put into this new digital media. And I'm now just without a way to play my games because I was easily able to trade the PSP away to get it, but just couldn't do anything about the games. So, end up rebuying a lot of games and then learning very quickly, hey, Goofy, not all your games are available on the PSP Go. They didn't translate every game into a digital format. So, games like Crisis Core, and like two others I can't remember off the top of my head were no longer available to me. I was just asked out for no fucking reason. So I learned very quickly that digital media was not going to be a thing. Now, you might be asking at this point, well, why are you telling us all of these things? You've been pretty much on the side that digital media is not the way to go. We're just not going to listen. Well, I'm going to tell you why you should listen now. Ubisoft has now proved my fucking point. Ubisoft, however you want to fucking call it. The Assassin's Creed fucking company has just now announced that their older titles will no longer be supported. And with that support goes DLC and a handful of games that will just not work anymore. And that one of the bigger games is Assassin's Creed Liberation. You will no longer be able to play that fucking game anymore, even though you purchased it, even though you thought you had access to it. You thought the thing you paid money for was yours. Well, get fucked. Not anymore. And what makes matters worse, it was just on sale. So they dropped the price, hooked the line and sinkered you, and now guess what? Get fucked. It's not going to work. And they're not giving out refunds either. Sucks for you. You got to go rebuy it elsewhere. Handful of games, all their DLC, no longer available to you. I hate to say I told you so. Why trust digital media? Because you have to remember, and it's very obvious, that you need internet connection to utilize digital media. You can't download it without taking it from somewhere. I.e. a server or the fucking internet. And even after you download it, and you can't tell me this isn't true, try downloading the game and disconnecting from the internet. You can't fucking play because it needs to verify that your account is the one accessing this game. So very simply, they can just keep you from using any of your digital shit. Let's say something, I don't know, just something random happens where lightning strikes or, a power surge. Your hard drive gets corrupted. So much for downloading any more of that shit that you had. Whereas people like me, the glorious smart few who have purchased physical media, will always have access to their fucking games. The game is physical. Yes, it might have to download to a hard drive, which I still believe is stupid, but I get it because it moves faster and processes quicker. But the simple fact that I still have the physical, tangible thing, and I can play it with or without internet connection. Yeah, I might miss out on some of the patches, but the fucking game is still mine. Then they wonder why. And I want to say this right off the rip. You think Ubisoft's going to be the only one that doesn't do this shit? You don't think EA's not going to get their hands on it? BioWare, fucking Xbox, and shit, Xbox damn near already proved the point. Because they were immediately going to lock your fucking dumbass Xbox games to your account. Physical or not. PlayStation literally had an ad campaign on how to trade games with your friends by handing the disc from you to them. Because Xbox wasn't going to allow you to do that. They are gearing up for this shit already. This sounds like some crazy psycho, like fucking, what do you call it, conspiracy theorist talk. But it's very obvious. Because if they can keep you from using old shit consistently, they force you to buy the new shit. Case in point again, I enjoyed playing NBA 2K19. I had a My Career player. I can no longer play My Career with that character anymore because they no longer support 2K19. Yes, it's old, but I liked that one. And I played for a fairly long time. And I just wanted to go in and play a game for fun. Because fuck it, why not? My games get played for fun. Sometimes. So now I no longer have access to it. I can't download the character. I can't utilize the character. All the points and money I spent into the game, all fucking gone. They're showing you they can do these things. And you're just not paying attention yet. I'm telling you, this is not going to be the end of it. Now, I will clarify that they have said they're going to find a way to make things work. But this is only after heavy backlash. Like extreme fucking backlash. Like people up in arms screaming, saying, defund fucking Ubisoft type shit. Only after all of this are they now retracting and trying to rectify the situation. But if we stayed calm, stayed silent, just went, okay, they would have just ran with it. And every other gaming company after the fact would have done the same thing. This would have not been the end of it. And I'm telling you, this is not going to be the end of it. They're showing you that they can do this with sporting games. They're showing you they can do it with DLC. Shit, I mean, I have to pretty much fucking keep my my PS4, I'm sorry. My PS4 pretty much just safe and secure and make multiple copies of the hard drive because I have one of the only copies of PT left because I was lucky enough to download it and never delete it. I can still play PT, a demo game that is no longer available to anyone because the game is never going to come out. But the fucking demo of the game is fucking incredible. I have a copy of it. Not many people do. Case in point, PS3, when they were telling you they were going to shut the store down, everybody lost their shit because there's a ton of fucking games on the digital aspect that nobody wants to lose. One of the easiest ways to get Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which I own a copy of, and probably one of the few people that continuously own a copy of it because it's so fucking hard to get, because they just for some reason want to get rid of digital media because they can. Because they want you to go out and buy new versions or their versions of what they want you to play. By taking away the digital store, they are now forcing you to rebuy shit the way they want you to rebuy shit. Again, case in point, the fucking WiiWare store, Virtual Console, all of these old Game Boy, Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo games that you loved so much that Nintendo themselves will never allow you to emulate, you no longer have access to. They had a platform where you could access it and just told you to go fuck yourself in a swift heartbeat and said, yeah, that virtual console you liked so much, gone. It's literally the only thing that made the Wii U relevant, and they took it away from us. I'm telling you, stop it with the digital shit. Force them to put games out on physical media so at least you always have access to it. I'm just saying, dude. Now, you guys can comment below. Tell me I'm crazy. Tell me I'm just, going above and beyond something that's super simplistic. Whatever, man. But I'm telling you, they have attempted it. People who bought Assassin's Creed Liberation will no longer have access to it. They are specifically telling you, go rebuy it. Now we will give you a refund for it so you are allowed to go buy it. No, you're just going to have to buy it again. Get fucked. I'm just telling you. I'm just stating facts, and I think that's fucked up. I think that's actually just really screwed up. And again, I'm not saying that, woe is, the big corporations or like, oh, shit's so difficult. I get on the technical aspect that servers are hard, expensive to keep up. But if I buy something, I should be able to download it and have it. That should be the end of the conversation. There should be no check-ins with the servers. There should be no, even though I downloaded DLC, it's not technically on my hard drive. It still needs to ping back to a server to make sure that I actually paid and received it. No, absolutely not. You need to be able to physically own the shit you own. This is not a fuck corporate. This is a consumer kind of argument. I purchase something, I want to have that thing I purchased, not access to the thing I kind of purchased that I kind of own. It's just dumb, and I think it's just, pretty much it's just the fact that they're just fucking us. So I'm going to take a quick commercial break, 15-minute mark. Fuck it. Why not? More commercials for me. Easy way for me to make money. So enjoy these commercials. I'll be back soon. Yeah. Welcome back to the Nonsense Podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed those commercials. I'm going to pretty much blow through the last half of this, man. I don't want to take up too much of your time. You guys have had plenty of great content for me, and I truly appreciate you guys supporting your boy as much as you possibly can. But if you want to support me more, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to these videos on YouTube. If you can, go like, follow, share, whatever you can do on the other music or sound-based only platforms. SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts, Spreaker. Share the shit out of everything. Continue to listen to everything. Enjoy the commercials if you can. Please, try not to skip them. I think that's the only way I get paid. I don't know how it works. But whatever, man. Just enjoy the commercials. Keep sharing. Keep trying to blow this shit up. I'm trying to make a big thing out of it. Go get yourself a shirt. The shirts are dope. I love the shirts. I took a break from wearing them because I was wearing them the fuck out. But honestly, if you don't see me on the show wearing them, I'm wearing them in my day-to-day life. I love my shirts. They're super soft, great quality shirts. Get your Too Legit to Quit, Too Stupid Not to Do It shirts while they are still special edition versions. The special edition misspelling version. Because I will be correcting the spelling. Well, I have corrected the spelling, but it goes up on August 1st, if I'm not mistaken. So get the cup, get the shirt, buy Danny's shirt, buy the jersey. That jersey, as much as I can tell you, because I'm a big boy and I can't fit it, but the jersey is super nice. Pick yourself up a jersey. And just know that more merchandise is coming soon. It is in the works. It is so beautiful. And I'll give you a little hint, a little teaser. We talking newer shirts, hats, scarves, bandanas. I think we have one bandana. One super secret item. I'm working on posters. I might even get an NFT. We're working on an NFT, a Nonsense effing Bob NFT. It's going to be super dope. So stay tuned. Support me any way you can. Follow me on Twitch. Check out my streams every once in a while. Follow me on Twitter. All that stuff, man. Enough promo, man. That was 2 minutes of fucking promo. Either way. Follow me on all the stuff. Enjoy the stuff. Either way. Continuing on. This shit has been bugging me. It's been in the news, and I'm trying to figure out why it's news. So Brittany Griner, a WNBA player, went to play in Russia and got caught with drugs. Drugs are illegal in most places, and you're a foreigner, so you will go to jail. I don't see how that's controversial at all. You went to a place and you brought illegal shit, and you were just like, I'm gonna be fine. No, that's not how that works, lady. Now, what I will say is maybe she's getting unfair treatment, but I don't see any unfair treatment. It seems like you broke a law and they sent you to jail, and now you're trying to pull strings politically wise by asking the president to get you out of jail and all of this other shit. It's stupid. You broke a law. Like, you're going to jail. Serve your time and shut the hell up. Now, I will say I'm not going to sit here and say that Russia's on the up and up when it comes to prisoners and whatnot. I've heard of the gulag. So, yeah, I don't believe that she's going to be treated nicely in prison, but that's what happens when you break the law. I hate to say it that way. But what has been pissing me off is there's two statements along these lines. Now, do I want this lady in jail for carrying a small amount of weed? No, it's stupid. I will sit here and believe it's stupid, but it's not for me to say in a country that I don't belong to, that I'm not a citizen to, that their laws are stupid. That's Russia. Russia can do what the fuck they want. I live here in good old USA. I kind of like how it is over here. Yeah, we have our good and bad, but hey, man, I understand how the game is played. I don't fuck with Russia because I don't know what the fuck they finna do. I don't want to get sent to the gulag over some weed. It's kind of dumb. Stay off the weed, as Stephen A. has said a plethora of times. But here's the things that have pissed me off about it. So, first thing first. This bullshit statement that if it were Tom Brady or LeBron James, we would have fought a war to get him out of there. I wouldn't have. If LeBron went to Russia and brought some weed with him and got caught, it's going to be a hell of an NBA season, is all I can say, because it's about time that nigga gets out the way. But in all honesty, I don't think we would have given a shit either way. It's LeBron. You should know better. Follow the laws when you're over there. Don't do illegal shit. Don't forget, fucking, I want to say it was Lonzo Ball. One of the Ball boys went to China, broke a law. And nobody was just like, man, free that boy. It ain't even that serious. They were like, no, you broke the law. You go to jail, stupid. Now, just because Donald Trump got him out doesn't mean I support Trump wasting a political favor to get a kid out of jail. It's just, no, it was dumb and you shouldn't have done it. But I get why they done it. But I don't feel like it's necessary for the president or any political figure to get someone out of jail when you broke a law. Plain and simple. So this fact that if it were LeBron or Tom Brady, and I love both of those dudes, but if you broke the law, man, sucks for you, man. Stay your ass over there and don't drop the soap. I don't know, man. I don't know how it works in Russian prisons. I know that's how it works here because we live here. So that argument has pissed me off more so than it should have because it's just really dumb. They're trying to blame that she's, not famous enough, or they're complaining that, well, it's because she's black. It's because she's a woman. It's because she's lesbian that nobody cares. And it's like, no, we don't care because you broke a law, and we all know how laws work. Drugs are illegal almost everywhere. Yes, it's legal in most places here in the States, but that's here. That ain't the world. We don't control the world and their rules and their laws. You should have known better. I think if you couldn't stay off of weed for 5 minutes, maybe you shouldn't have gone to fucking Russia in the middle of a fucking Russian war. Did you think of that shit, or were you just too worried about making a few extra bucks? Which leads me to my second bullshit ass statement of this one. That someone said is, well, it's not about race, color, anything. It's about the simple fact that a WNBA player had to go overseas to make money because they're not paid equally here. Hey, goofy bitches, how about check this one out? You want to know why the NBA makes so much fucking money? Because people watch the fucking NBA. No one watches the WNBA. I don't see feminists at the game. I watch WNBA for one simplistic reason. I just want to see if it ever gets interesting. Spoilers, it doesn't. Because it's boring. It's not my fault that your sport is boring. It's just not as fun as the male equivalent. It's almost equal in every way except for entertainment. No one's doing shit. It's fundamental base basketball. No one's dunking. No one's doing any crazy tricks, passes, long shots, threes. None of that shit's happening. No one's getting dunked on. I reiterate, nobody's catching the nuts from getting dunked on. Where's the posterizing posters for the WNBA? It doesn't happen. Watch. I implore you to stop this podcast for 2 seconds. Go check out WNBA highlights and watch how bored you are. It's a boring sport that no one supports. They're literally only surviving based on the NBA. The NBA is pretty much paying their salaries. And I'm going to say it like this. Have they made a WNBA 2K game? No. They just tacked you onto the NBA game. There's an NBA League Pass where you can watch all the games and all the sports whenever you want. There's no WNBA equivalent because no one wants to watch it. I remember just a year ago when the Chicago Sky, because I have to remember it for podcast purposes, won the championship through a parade and no one cared. In a sport-heavy city, we didn't give a shit about your shitty-ass sport. No one cares about the WNBA. It's boring. It's not my fault. I have, on many occasions, given advice on what would make the WNBA better. And you guys won't involve the sport to make it entertaining. So I can't help you. Maybe pump up a player or two. We have notable fucking players. Guys like Steph Curry, who has changed the game for all of basketball by making the three-pointer more important than it has ever been. We have guys like Kyrie, James Harden, who are ball dominant and incredibly good with the ball in general, with ball handling. Crossovers, quick layups, quick moves, all of that shit. We have the physical dominant with LeBron, Giannis. Shit, even I toss Jimmy Butler in there with just all-around skill. We have all of these casting characters. We have people who are interesting. Who doesn't know the Kawhi Leonard robotic laugh at this point? Everybody knows that meme at this point. The NBA is interesting on and off the court. The WNBA, I can't even name you 3 players. I had to look up Brittany Griner to make sure I was saying her name right. No one cares about the WNBA. If you want women in the WNBA to be paid more, you have to go to the game. The tickets are cheap, I guarantee you. Matter of fact, not only are the tickets cheap, I'm going to show you how little you give a shit about the WNBA. How many of you, comment below, how many of you knew that just a few weeks ago, the WNBA All-Star Game just happened? Fucking All-Star Game happened. How many of you knew it happened? I bet all of you knew when the Super Bowl was going to happen. I bet everybody knows when the NBA All-Star Weekend is happening. Did anybody watch the WNBA All-Star Weekend? I'm going to look it up real quick. I'm just, for shits and giggles. How much does it cost to go to a WNBA game? WNBA. Let's just take a look. Oh shit, there's games going on right now. They're in season? Shit, wouldn't have guessed. All right, let's see. Let's see if I can find a ticket. WNBA tickets, cheapest Sky tickets. Let's see. SeatGeek, WNBA. Oh, they got their own website. Let's do Ticketmaster. Let's do Ticketmaster. I'm being a hell of a dick right now. All right, let's see. See tickets for today's game. Damn, they're still selling today's game's tickets. Okay, so the ticket sales aside, I was gonna say like that's fucked up if they're still allowing you to buy tickets. All right, I'll buy tomorrow, the next day's tickets. Seats are empty. I'm just curious. Courtside. There's no courtside tickets available. All right, so you guys are at least buying up the courtside tickets. There's a shit ton of tickets. $140 fucking dollars. Anybody going to $140? And that's damn near on the ground. You're not even that far up. Oh, that's sad. That's kind of sad. And it's too expensive for a game I don't give a shit about. At least your ticket prices are up there. Commissioner's Cup. What the fuck is the Commissioner's Cup? Is that a thing? What the hell is the Commissioner's Cup? $19 tickets for way in the back. Reserve seating. And what was that? 200s? So in the 200 sections, $20 tickets. And they are not sold out. And people don't give a shit, dude. No one cares. You're not making any money. Now I'm not saying I'm trying to be an ass. Let's just look up Bulls tickets. Just see what Chicago Bulls tickets run right now. Oh my God. I just put in Bulls and I assumed they were going to put the Chicago Bulls. All right. Chicago Bulls. There we go. Basketball. No events coming up. Sorry. Never mind. I guess I can't look up Bulls tickets, but we all know Bulls tickets are stupid expensive. I can't even get into a fucking hockey game without spending $300 damn because everybody wants to see it. The only tickets I've gotten that were fairly cheap is White Sox tickets. And that's because people really don't give a shit about baseball in general. Baseball is falling the fuck off. But people who do care. And the stadiums are huge and they're still fairly sold the fuck out. That WNBA stadium was fairly small and it was not sold out. $20 tickets are still available. So my point being is if you want to support the team, go watch the game. Go spend your hard-earned money, sit there and watch that shit. Support them financially. And then tell me if you're a better person about it. So that's all I wanted to say about that. I'm sick of these arguments. That whole, if it was LeBron, we would have went over there and got him. No, we wouldn't have. No one gives a shit. And it's because they're paid less. They're paid less because no one watches this fucking sport. No one spends money. How many of you bitches got fucking WNBA jerseys? Answer me! I want to know. Fans of the sport, fans of sports in general, do you own or have been to a WNBA game or a WNBA jersey? That's all I'm asking. Comment below if you've done it. Comment below if you've just watched the game on TV. Anything. Have you supported the WNBA? Without bitching. Instead of bitching that they're not getting paid, support them niggas your damn self. I like the Bulls. I buy bullshit. I like Blackhawks. I have so much sock shit. I like the Blackhawks. I own 2 jerseys. If you want them to get paid, then financially support them. Kind of like this podcast and like all your other favorite content creators. They don't say I will say the quiet part out loud. If you want us to do well in our endeavors, financially support us. And that's all. I'm not saying you have to, but I'm just saying you want us to do good. No one's asking for a shit ton of fucking cash. Just watch us and support us when you can. That little support goes a long fucking way. That's all I'm saying. So, the end of that. Speaking of fucking goofy black females, I won't even dignify these goofy bitches with giving you their band name. I've shit on a lot of bands in the long run, and it's typically women bands. So I don't want this to come off as sexist, but this time it's a little harsher, and I'm just giving you the pre-warning. There's this black rock band, I'm going to call them, maybe metal. I don't know what you want to call them, either way. I'm not giving out their names because fuck them. They made a song talking about taking my culture back, which is the weirdest riffed line I've ever heard. I listened to literally 10 seconds of the song, and it was just basic bitch. Not bad, just very basic. But the line, I'm taking my culture back because rock and roll was black. I'm gonna hit you with some information. Yes, we did come up with rock and roll. I've touted 1,000 times over the minds and skills of people like B.B. King, who translated, because everybody considers him just jazz or blues. But I look at those riffs and I pay attention to how he plays. And there's a rock aspect behind it. You know what I mean? The man has skills where a lot of rockers have played alongside of him. People all the way up to Slash have played alongside of this man. The man has skill. And most of the time, only thing that black people know about rock music is Jimi Hendrix. Like, no. That's not the only guy. So I'm going to start there. Yes, we did create it. But who perfected it? Because I can tell you two things. One, we might have started it, but we've left it behind for a very long time. We left the music alone, and other people have picked it up. And they've ran with the shit. Now, that's not saying that there's no black people in rock, no black people in metal. There's tons. But other races have ran with it, and it's not just whites. I've listened to Armenians, like System of a Down. I've listened to Ukrainians. Everybody wants to support Ukrainians, but Ginger, one of the greatest female voices I've heard in forever. Ukrainian. Canadian metal bands. Finnish bands. Swedish bands. Norwegian bands. Fucking the Maui tribe in fucking wherever the fuck that island is. They have their own bits of metal. There's Australian bands. There's pirate metal. Metal for fucking everyone. It's not a race thing, you ignorant bitch. No one gives a fuck who created it. No one has ever given a fuck who created the genre of music. The only asshole that tries to hold on to shit and say he created shit was fucking Gene from Kiss, and we all hate him. He's a prick. Stop trying to own some shit. Just utilize it and be good at it. And I will say this 1,000 times over. The happiest place I've ever been is at a fucking concert. When I'm at a concert, I'm surrounded by family. Not my actual family, but people who like shit that I like. Nice people who just have casual conversation with you. I've met the nicest, coolest peoples in the world at concerts. I've met bands who are super cool and super nice. Not one of them gave a shit if I was black or not. They were just happy that I was there, happy that I supported the music, happy that I supported the collective of what we are. And that goes for everyone. It's not just me. It's not just because I'm a male or I'm black or whatever. It's just people enjoy the music. People want to support the music. We want to support the bands that they came to see. That's all it's about, dude. For the love of God, do not fuck up the last thing I have. The last thing we have is music that is truly untouched by stupid political race-based bullshit. And if you bring that shit to my music as a metalhead, I rebuke you. Get the fuck out. You do not belong. Because, and the reason I say this shit with the utmost fucking passion, The only reason why I feel comfortable listening to music was because of one of my favorite musicians, Lemmy Kilmister, who had, and I'll never forget this interview. Somebody sent him, a kid sent him a letter explaining that, because this is straight from the heart for me too. This kid was being bullied and mistreated and hated because he was a black kid who enjoyed metal music, and he wanted to know why or what he should do about it. And Lemmy sat there and looked dead at the camera and said, fuck him. Music's for everybody. Like what you like, do what the fuck you want. And if other people have problems with it, then that's their fucking problems. I'm paraphrasing, but that's pretty much the energy he gave off. He straight up pretty much said, music ain't race. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, brown, green, purple. Who gives a fuck? We enjoy the music. We enjoy the vibes. We enjoy everything that metal has to offer. And metal doesn't just stick with metal. There's different thousands of genres of metal. There's thousands of different bands. And that doesn't just stick to metal. That includes rock, alternative, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Music is music. That is it. That has nothing to do with anything. And mind you, and just before I forget, don't forget the Japanese bands too. Japanese and Korean bands are fucking killing as well. There's a fucking Mongolian band right now. You can't sit here and tell me that fucking music, especially rock and metal, is race-based. I don't give a fuck who created it. Everybody's doing this shit, and everybody's fucking killing it at their own fucking rate. Shut the fuck up. Please shut the fuck up. This is why people don't like certain people touching their shit. I literally just did an episode on gatekeeping. And if this is, again, another instance of gatekeeping, then so fucking be it. I will gatekeep the shit out of the one thing that we still have in common. And mind you, I've said this 1,000 times over as well. That's probably what's wrong with this whole generation of people any damn way, is the music is ass. You have no collective thought when it comes to music. Everything is shit because everybody's trying to do their own fucking thing. And I'm not against doing your own fucking thing, but goddamn it better be fucking good. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm fucking saying. Your music sucks. And that's why half of your newer people are redoing old shit because you don't have any fucking talent to do any damn thing. Just gonna throw that out there. So no, to whoever that band is, if you're seeing this right now, I don't know who you are, but if you're offended, it's probably you. If you are reclaiming music for a culture, you're an ass and you don't deserve to make the music. I'm gonna go out on that limb. You don't deserve to make music because you're a dickhead. Learn why this music is important to people before you fucking make it. If you want to do that goofy shit, take your dumb ass over to pop music with Machine Gun Kelly. Mind you, real quick, I don't know if you motherfuckers have been on Twitter recently, but people are pretty much ousting MGK as a fucking pedophile. So sleep on that shit. MGK, you're a dickhead, and you don't deserve to make music. And whoever this goofy ass bitch black band is, you suck at it, don't touch it. Leave it alone. Now, before I get too far, before people are like, well, you just don't like black people in music, there is a shit ton of black people I love, in metal specifically, and rock music for damn sure. There's tons of us. There's more than you could think. From Vex to Bad Wolves and, oh my God, what's the name of that other band he was in? But his name is Vex. He's fucking dope. The original singer from Kill Switch Engage. The guitarist, I can't think of his name off the top of my head, from Rage Against the Machine. Tom Morello. Tom Morello, who's from New York. Dope ass guitarist, man. I don't even personally like Rage Against the Machine like that because they're kind of weird about their fucking message. But either way, man, it is what it is. I don't knock them, but I will say the guitarist himself is fucking phenomenal. The replacement lead singer / guitarist for, oh my God, what's the other band I like? Alice in Chains. That dude's fucking phenomenal, by the way. There's plenty of black people in fucking rock and metal. Then scattered all over the place. They're playing great music. It's not a race thing. If you want to make this a race thing, take that shit elsewhere. Let's leave music alone. For the love of God. The world is politicized enough. Let's keep this shit out of music. Especially let's keep this shit out of metal, which has been literally touted as the one of the biggest family of people, most just welcoming, do what you want, be part of the brother and sisterhood. Don't fuck this up. Don't fuck this up. Rock music's for everyone. It's not a black thing. It's not a taking your culture back. If you want to be, you want to support your culture. That's a great way to say it. I play guitar. I play I love playing metal because I know that I'm not the only one out here playing it. But I know that I was also criticized, bullied, and shitted on for liking rock music. People still not won't say shit on me, but question why do I like the shit I like. It's just like, dude, how about you mind your own fucking business? I don't question why you like the shit you like. Leave me the fuck and my people alone. I reiterate this 1,000 times over. I've met the nicest people. I've met the nicest bands I've met tons of bands in general. All super nice. Never weird. Never like, oh, look, it's a black guy. Like I can probably count 1 or 2 instances where the guys were slightly shocked that I went to a concert. And I'm pretty sure it was more so like, holy shit, I didn't know this. I've never met a black person that really likes metal music, because we don't. Black people don't fuck with metal music as much as I feel like we should. The music is incredible. Let's diversify the things that we like, you know? But that's neither here nor there. I just had to get that off of my fucking chest. And the last thing I need to just fucking air out. And I said it on a previous episode. The Stranger Things with Metallica shit is starting to piss me off. I don't give a fuck about Stranger Things. I don't care. I really don't give a shit at all. So please, for the love of God, enjoy Master of Puppets. Enjoy some other shit that Metallica's made. But do not remind me that it played on Stranger Things every time. Motherfucker, they play Metallica for every COD game that came out recently. And the only reason why you know what the fuck Metallica is because of Stranger Things? I don't give a shit because this one asshole kid played a fucking basic bitch-ass riff. I don't care. And mind you, the fucking fallacy of it all. If I'm not mistaken, Stranger Things takes place during spring break of 86. Master Puppet was released in 86 in the summer. So you didn't even have the fucking album yet. You didn't have the album. You had no way to hear it other than the fucking radio. So unless you recorded off the radio and practice your ass off, I don't see how the fuck you learn the riff any fucking way. So I'm calling bullshit on the whole fucking thing. Shenanigans. Bullshit on Stranger Things. Stop trying to member bury the 80s. The shit's gone. We're all sad, but fuck off. Just fuck off with Stranger Things. I don't give a shit. Stranger Things doesn't make everything better. Metallica was the shit regardless. Master of Puppets, hands down, one of the best songs they've made. Great. There's other shit for one, and I don't know how the fuck that he supposedly in the show. It makes no sense how he mastered a song, played it like it wasn't shit immediately. Bullshit. Without the internet, without knowing tabs, you're just a musical fucking genius fighting monsters or some shit in the upside down world. Go fuck yourself and get the fuck off my podcast. That's the end of this episode. Support me. Go buy some merch. Do all the shit. You know what to do. Link trees below. Get the fuck off my podcast, man. Stranger Things pissing me off. Music is just starting to piss me off. Fuck them kids, man. I'm out of here. Peace.